Hello world and welcome to the Mecca of Mastery TV. I am your host Mecca. If it is your mission to become the greatest version of yourself in every area of life, then you are in the right place. I'm excited about this video because in this episode we are speaking about personal development. And the topic of this video is, does it really matter? Let's get straight into the video. Whew. Does it really matter? Like, think about it. Does it really matter? Does it really matter? Think about all the things that you've gone through. Think about all the things that you do on a day-to-day basis. Think about what you wear, where you live, how you act, the content, whatever you engage into. Why do you do it? I'll give you a chance to think. Why do you do it? Now, think about how you are towards the end of the day. Do you feel more excited? Do you feel like you have more energy? Because if you don't, then there's something that you are doing in your life presently, right? Or something you're engaging in, or something that does not matter, and you're making it something that matters. Just to be simple and clear, instead of me using all of my jara vocabulary, you are using it and you are doing things that don't matter. And usually when we do things that don't matter, it drains us. So if you are at a place in your life and you wonder why you feel so drained, or it takes you so much energy just to go outside, let me give you an example. Let me back up. I started this video wrong, I'm sorry. You know, usually I start with the story. So back in the day, you know, years ago, I used to be that girl that people knew in the community and, you know, my group of friends, that girl that every time you see me, I was flawless. Hair done, makeup on fleek all the time. Like makeup, always heels on, always glamorous, always dressed up. I remember one day when I was working at a bank, I went to work and I was so sick. I was so sick that when I got up that morning, I could not do my makeup. I went to work and people said, "Are you okay? Is something wrong with you, Mecca? What's wrong?" I said, "What? What's wrong?" Now, I was sick, but you couldn't tell I was sick. I was sick in a way where it was like a stomach ache. It wasn't like the cold when, you know, when you got a cold and everything is looking drained in the face. No. The reason why they asked me what was wrong is because I didn't have that mask on my face. I didn't paint my face that morning with a ton of makeup, which I would usually do. And from that moment, something hit me. I was like, I spend so much time doing something that does not matter because I felt like the only way to be socially accepted was to do those things, was to be a certain way. And you know what's so crazy? You have a lot, and we see this, I see this with a lot of women and young teenage girls as well, where they go out and what they are doing really is putting on makeup and wearing heels and killing their feet. I've done it for years as a teenager, to the point now that I'm a dancer and I have feet problems with dancing because my bunion hurts like hell, okay? Because I thought that what I seen on the magazines and when you go on TV and you see that's what they're doing every day. Hell no. They highlight their, you know, the good part of their lives, you know, but you never see them in the studio or practicing their script looking a hot mess on their couch like this, you know, with one eyelash off, no fingernails, but when the camera comes on, it's flawless. So then you go and you watch, and if you're naive and if you don't know any better or you're not conscious about certain things, then you go out and you think that's how you have to look every day in order to be liked or loved or to have a life of abundance and to be happy and smiling, and that's what you will go and think. And however, it's not that. So what happens is, the things that really doesn't matter, we allow external forces to control our judgments internally. I'll say that one more time. Things that do not matter that we do in our life, we allow external forces to control our internal judgments and decisions, okay? So there's things that you are doing in your life right now which you really don't care about, but you have no care in the world to do. For example, You don't like scrolling on social media. You hate social media. You hate it with the passion. But guess what? Because you're around people who wants to sit around and speak about what's going on social media, you do it. Because you feel like if you don't do it with these people, then you won't be socially accepted. So you sit around with these people and you scroll on social media when it's something that you really don't do. Actually, you don't even like social media to have a social media account from the beginning. So why do you even have every platform, Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest? You don't even like it that much. So you shouldn't have it at all. But because you feel like everybody in your community or in that space or in that job or whatever, for you to be liked, or you do it. There's a lot of things that people are doing and they don't realize why you're doing them in your life is because you don't like them, but because it's based on an external force. And you can't be fully happy and have peace in your life if that is what you're doing. Look at the things that you are doing. So sometimes the reason why you're not flowing, right, is because you're doing a lot of shit that just doesn't matter. You're wearing a lot of stuff, you're taking in a lot of content, you're reading a lot of stuff, you're going places that don't matter, doesn't matter. Like I remember I was talking to a friend and I told her when I get home I want to go to these places and do this and do that. And I was going to go buy this dress and buy this to go to this place. Then I started to think, what was my intention? I was only going to go because of an external, situation, or, for me to be funny, or from ego. When really it doesn't matter to me. I really didn't care to go to this certain place or to be seen by these people. I'd rather would just sit in the house with my mama and my nephews and watch a movie or read a book when I get home, or at night and come over, have a cup of tea to see one of my close friends. I don't care to go to this place to do that. I was only trying to go to this place to run into somebody. You see what I mean? So at that moment we say to ourselves, when I said that to her, let me back up. When I said that to her, it was like a weight lifted off my shoulders. Like when I realized my intention, what I was really doing. And when that weight lifts off your shoulder, you're able to be more clear in your life and to go towards the things that you want to go towards, and you have more peace and tranquility because you are being intentional about your life. When you live a life with no intention and no purpose, that's, of course, it's easier for you to get sucked into doing things that don't matter at all. So look at your life. Be intentional. Are you intentional about where you go, where you work out, why you doing what you're doing? Is it intentional, or is it because you've seen the girl on Instagram with the big booty doing it? What about what you're eating? Do you go to that restaurant because you like it, because it really feeds your soul, or because you've seen that girl or that guy or these people saying this is the restaurant you should go to? Or is it because you really like the food? You feel me? People are living for status and for clout. Oh, do anything for clout. Do anything for clout. Which is mad. Stop doing stuff for clout. Stop doing stuff for clout. And I hope you love this video. Make sure you share this with somebody that you care about, because we always say here at Mecca TV that sharing is caring. I'm sending my love, my light, and energy and gratitude your way. Make sure that you hit me up for one-on-one wellness coaching. If you're interested, just email me at meccabookings@gmail.com. Be sure to follow me on all social platforms. Remember, we always say here at Mecca TV, we encourage you to become the greatest version of yourself in every area of life. You go out into the world, you kick a whole lot of action. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do anything, because you can do whatever you put your mind to. Thank you. Peace.